Okay, this is not a podcast. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
This sound sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. Do you want to know why it sucks?
Why?
Because I don't have a laptop right now.
What do you say to that, Kat?
Yeah. Okay, so I episode 190. Butlerian Jihad now. My laptop died. Okay, let's go back to
Butlerian Jihad, what is that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You do okay, in the Dune books, before the Dune happens.
Yeah.
Before Dune happens, before the events of the books happen, like somewhere between our
Nobody's
time
doing
and the
anything.
future. Yeah. Between our time and the future, everybody got really mad at computers and overthrew them. Right? Okay. The Luddites are right. Anyway, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. To hell with podcasts and RSS feeds and all the rest of it. Let's bring back mailing cassette tapes to each other because it's real. It's magnetic tape. It will last forever.
What about magnets?
Shut up. So yes, I'm recording this on my iPhone right now. Why do I admit to having an iPhone right now? Because Apple has betrayed me like Judas.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's what happened. Back in December, on Christmas Eve of 2024, I was home by myself actually at the time because my mother was at church with my sister and Dennis was off seeing his friend Nick. And so I was home on like a little party computer Zoom thing with some friends because I was exhausted. And I unfortunately spilled seltzer all over my laptop. So that led to my laptop, like a bunch of the keys don't work anymore. You can't type on it. So in January, I went and I bought a new laptop. Here's the thing. When they made laptops in like 2015, they still made good laptops, right? That laptop didn't die until I,
It's not dead.
It's not dead. We just didn't replace the keyboard.
Yeah.
But so I was like, well, it's a 10-year-old laptop, I'll just get a new model. That was a mistake. So I bought it back in January, and then in the past week or so, all of a sudden, it just stopped charging. And I was working on it, and it just kind of died. And we assumed that, is there something wrong with the power supply? No. There's something wrong with the hardware, the logic board. So I took it into Apple. I said, hey, what's up with this? Can you fix this? Can we at least retrieve the data? And they, plugged it into another computer and they tried to see the inside and blah, blah, blah. Point being, it's dead. I don't have that laptop anymore. They said, because I was still under warranty, we'll take it and we'll, redo it, whatever, and give it back to you in a week. So, but the data's gone. So here's what's infuriating. We had an entire episode already edited. I should have uploaded it that night. But it was all completely done for Field of Dreams. That was supposed to be this episode. And we don't have it now. At all. It's gone. Like, it is just gone. We also lost an episode we recorded on Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
Great movie. But now that episode is gone.
That's sad.
Yes. Because I'm sure I had some sort of smart insights or whatever, and now it's all gone. We also lost an episode we recorded on the 35mm festival that we saw at the Amber Theater. So yeah, we don't have an episode this week, or this is our episode. As far as I'm concerned, this is episode 190. Because I'm trying to stay on schedule. We have episode 200 coming up. I'm very excited about that. We have a live show in Philadelphia on July 19th, and the episode itself isn't going to then come out until probably late August. At this point, maybe September, depending on how things are going. But I want to stay on schedule, right? I don't want to take a break. I don't want to stop doing the show. I know I was on social media today kind of complaining and being very upset about everything because I'm me. And I know exactly how annoying I am. So, you're very sweet. But no, it's true. I'm annoying and I annoy myself. But yeah, so I was complaining and feeling very sorry for myself. And I mean, look, it is understandable. I worked very hard on those episodes and now they are gone. And that's the thing. Like, I just want to say, look, I work very hard on this show. And, this isn't just, oh, we turn on a recorder and I watch a movie and then we just say what comes into our head. I mean, it is that, but I put a lot of work into the editing of it. A recording session will go for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Once in a while, it'll go for 3 hours. And I cut that down into something that actually works and makes sense and has a through line.
And for once, we were ahead of the game.
That's the worst part.
We were like, we could just relax and.
I was building up like a little bit of a birth for us because it's summertime and we're very busy right now. We have concerts to go to and movies to see and friends parties to hang out at, and like we're super social people. We're very social people. We're always going somewhere, right? We don't have children, so we can do that. But I want to keep doing the show because
we have a Wes Anderson movie to see again.
Yeah, I do want to watch the Phoenician Scheme again.
We liked it.
I liked it very much. I think I like it even more as I think about it after having seen it. But so I'm very busy. So we had built up this little bit of a birth for us. This little bit of a we had several episodes just kind of sitting there and so here's the thing. Because this was a new computer, I just assumed it wasn't going to fail catastrophically. In the old days, you had a hard drive and then you had a motherboard, and they were separate. And you could unplug the hard drive from the motherboard and pull it out and, plug it into this other machine, and it could actually read the data because these were magnetic hard drives. And that's not how anything works now. It's all solid state, which it means it's magic as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know how it works, but you can't pull the hard drive out anymore and just plug it into a machine and read it. Or at least it doesn't always work that way. And it certainly didn't work in this way because the way that they build these laptops now, there's nothing to pop out. It's welded into this logic board, which is the motherboard. So, one, I hate how computers are made now. Two, yes, I guess I should have backed it up on an external hard drive, and this is what the guy at the Apple store said to me was, why didn't you back it up to iCloud? And I said, I don't use iCloud. Why not? Well, I have a lot of reasons why I don't like the idea of iCloud. Number one, uploading all of your data to, this remote storage, you're relying that the remote storage never goes bad, okay? I suppose you can do that. I'm sure it has a bunch of redundancies built in, but at the same time, it's no. Also, you don't own your data then, right? Yeah. It's not yours. You're sharing it with a corporation. And I don't, just on a philosophical level, I hate the idea of cloud computing.
Who knows if AI can just,
Exactly. There's no reason you can't assume that AI isn't going to just, raid all of your stuff. Yeah. Right? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So, those are reasons why. And then, also there's just the idea that you're forced into this situation instead of making it easy to back things up. Now, look, we have, a little home server and stuff, and, I should have just uploaded things to there immediately. But, again, I didn't expect a brand new laptop to fail this catastrophically, right? It's kind of I didn't expect my diaries to get flooded in the basement, but guess what? They did. You remember this?
I remember. Don't look at me like I did it.
Well, no. Obviously, nature did it. No. But
me and my hose. Show her. Take your memories.
But I mean, look. So I guess I could sit here and come up with reasons to blame myself as to why this happened, is it wrong? Not entirely, in a Calvinist sense, I guess, where you're always looking for, people who are at fault, and, if something bad happened to you, it's because you're a bad person or foolish or whatever. But look, also at the same time, things do happen, and it sucks. And, I don't know. I don't know whether to be, how mad at myself I should be. I mean, I've been really mad at myself for, 2 days now. And I'm trying to stop being just mad at myself.
It's too bad because the episode, it was weird. I feel like even at the end of it, we couldn't tell if we liked it or not.
Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
I know.
kept going back and forth. I don't know.
So the thing I'm going to leave you with is two things. One, we are absolutely coming back, obviously. I complained a lot, and I'm just exhausted. I think we're all exhausted. I think the world is terrible right now. I think we all know that. And, we're overworked with our regular jobs, the things that actually put, food on the table. And so it's easy to just feel overwhelmed by things and to get, like, just, be like, okay, this is a hassle in my life. I don't need it. But the thing is, I do need this show, right? This has been a really nice creative outlet for me for the last 4 years, actually, more than, over 4 years.
I think it helped us with our move.
It did help us when we moved. It just gave us something to kind of hold on to.
Yeah.
And so, like, look, the show's not going anywhere, obviously. And we have the 200th show, the live show coming up. So, don't worry about that.
We have Q, the winged serpent.
Yes, God damn it. Yes, we will do Q, the winged serpent. Don't worry. Eventually, yes, we will get to that.
Unbelievable truth.
Yes, we're going to do the unbelievable truth at some point. There's so many things we're going to do. Break into Electric Boogaloo. We will get to that at some... Yeah, no, we're going to do it. And here's the thing.
That's right, Tim.
I do wonder, look, I understand. The gimmick of this show is we watch a movie I've never seen before. So we always have that part we record before I watch the film. Here's what I think the movie's going to be. And then we go and we watch the movie and then when I react to it.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, which is some, kind of something cribbed from The Best Show. I guess the question I have for you guys is, should I still go and record those episodes on Field of Dreams and Paris, Texas? And like, as far as the 35mm festival goes, I mean, we could still do that because that was different. That was just sort of a review of these films that we saw.
Just remembering them, really.
Yeah, I was just remembering them and like, hey, that was really cool.
Mostly I was trying to remember the shorts.
Yeah.
Because they were really good.
Yeah. So I guess my question for you is, please comment on this episode wherever you want. If you're listening through, if you want to comment on Instagram or if you want to comment on Facebook or whatever, respond to me on Blue Sky. I don't care how you do it, but just let me know. Like, should we go ahead with those episodes? Should we go ahead and just, record them again? It's more work, but I genuinely think they're interesting films to talk about. Field of Dreams, because it was such a big hit. It was such a big deal. And it's such a weird mess of a film. And yet, I get it. I get why people love that movie. I absolutely do. And that's the thing. I love baseball. So there was a lot of baseball talk in that episode.
It was a fun, for me, it was like it was an interesting movie to do after the Kick the Can,
after the Twilight Zone? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, another magic black guy.
Well, yeah. There is that whole element. But also Paris, Texas. Paris, Texas is a beautiful film. Wim Wenders, he made Wings of Desire, another beautiful film. The script is, I don't know how much of it Sam Shepard wrote, but he sure wrote the beginning and the end of it. And I was a big Sam Shepard devotee when I was working in theater. I really love his body of work. So, I think it is something worth talking about. It won't have the same element of surprise that our episodes usually have. But, I mean, does that matter to you? I don't know. So, folks, let me know if you want us to still go and do, those episodes. They won't come out right away the way that they were supposed to. Everything's kind of thrown up in the air right now. But, let me know what you think we should do.
Special editions. Yeah,
special editions. Do they count as episodes? I kind of feel like they could. In part because I'm just trying to fill up episodes before we hit 200 because it's closing in, and yet, there's going to be this weird gap between when it's recorded and when it's released just because, I'm really bad at math. So, I guess that's about it for now, and that's about it for this week. I'm sorry for the sound quality on this. We're recording it again, like using voice memo on my iPhone because I really don't know what else to do. I'm kind of stuck otherwise, so, all right. Well, we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
And we don't have a sign-off.
No.
Nothing. So, goodbye?
They will come.
They will come.
I don't know.